for some reason, and I don't know how it's happened, we've talked a lot about this, Ed and I, and a lot of business people. The country that was built on private entrepreneurs and business now, for the most part, hates that society and resents it, or I'm not quite sure what. And we have an obligation, because some of bad apples in business have really contributed to a bad reputation for business, and we've all got to watch that and clean that up. But having said that, I don't know how that's turned really in my lifetime, where you were a businessman, a hardware store owner, a car dealer, a State Farm agent, a pillar of the community. And today that's changed so much, and we've really got to watch that, because we have competitors out there all the time. And to your point on the contentious relationship between business and government, I don't really see it elsewhere where I go.
Yeah.
We are welcomed in many other places, and today we're welcomed here in many places, but it's a different attitude. And business has an obligation. It's not everybody else's fault on this but business. We have an obligation to step up, to really be ethical, do the right thing. But somehow that, I think, dialogue has to change, and maybe we have to lead it, and we should.
Well, I think it's a good point to end on. There are many of the states out here where actually the relationship was mentioned is very business friendly and very professional, and I think that's what needs to happen. It is the case in other countries. I've heard this repeatedly. It's a bigger challenge in Washington today, but everything's a big challenge in Washington. It seems like even little things are big challenges. But I think that the energy and the inventiveness and the innovativeness coming out of the states has the potential to be transformative. And we'll close this with just, I think we've been given some good guidance today, some good conversation from both Ed and Doug, and I very much appreciate your participation here. And pleasure. I just want to say to everyone that we're anxious to work with you, but you keep up the good work, because it is something that serves as a good example, allows us to try to challenge then people at the national level to replicate that for our nation. We're still a country that can send a rocket all the way to the Mars now and land something on the planet's surface. We can do that. We can do amazing things, but we ought to be able to figure out how to put our people to work and get this country about the business of solving our problems.